question, might BP be trying to hide the risks to cleanup workers? Louisiana's health department has reported 128 cleanup workers who've been sickened. The state clinics are telling us something else as well, that cleanup workers are being told to report to BP's own health clinic on Grand Isle, not to go to state facilities. Drew Griffin's going to be digging deeper tomorrow on 360. Today, Dr. Kevin O'Shea, he's the physician in charge of BP's medical response in the Gulf. He told me that in the 4 states affected by the spill, more than 1,500 cleanup workers have now complained of some illness.
An astonishing number of cleanup workers along the Gulf are reporting that they have gotten sick or injured while on the job. 1,500 of them so far. That number isn't someone's allegation. It is the official number coming from BP. And our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, went looking for answers from the physician in charge of BP's medical response.
If someone has been out there, and you've heard these complaints, I'm sure like I have, they complain of burning in their sinuses, in their throat, lightheadedness, nausea, headaches. What is that? Is that exposure to these toxic elements?
Regarding the symptoms that we're seeing, we don't have a good explanation.
Does it surprise you that there's not a good explanation? Because, I mean, they're what a lot of people are saying is that, look, we're smelling the stuff, we don't feel well afterwards. We are exposed to this stuff,
right,
we get rashes.
And they do come in, and we do evaluate them, and we do treat them, and assure that there isn't been any ill effect from a chemical out there. Sometimes we can't explain why.
But, I mean, there are gray areas of medicine.
Absolutely.
You know that probably better than anybody. With regard to testing, if someone comes in with any kind of complaint, are you just getting baseline blood testing, or are you only doing it in cases where you're strongly suspicious of something?
We do not have any set protocols out there, so we rely on the occupational medicine physicians, the emergency room physicians, to do appropriate evaluation and treatment of the individuals. So I would know in some cases, yes, there's blood work being done. In all cases, I can't tell you that.
Yeah, it's like these patients coming in, they have cold-like symptoms, they got these rashes and other things, and they're just told that this is all due to a virus. I mean, that didn't sound right to me. Does that sound right to you?
Not being able to evaluate any specific examples, but we have 40,000 responders out there. People will get sick as well, so we are not influencing the practitioners out there in any way. We are relying on them to use their clinical judgment, understand what the exposures are, and understand what the symptoms are, and give their best diagnosis for the situation.
Because of this concern that you're with BP, a worker may say, look, you got a dog in that race. If they come to you, a worker, and they're not happy with what you or your doctors have told them, can they go somewhere else, or will that be covered by BP?
Well, as far as going somewhere else, we know that people have bypassed the EMS personnel that we have and have gone in to see their personal doctors. And we don't have a problem with that. They just need to go through the claims process and the workers' compensation process, and that would be handled that way. So we know that it's happening. We're not forcing people to see any of the health facilities that we have out in the field.
After Valdez, they said of 11,000 workers that were studied, some reports say that more than 6,000 of them eventually got ill. Some longer term, some shorter term, some very long term, where they developed significant problems. Is that something you worry about?
It is, and that's why we have engaged the Institute of Medicine and other government agencies, Health and Human Services, NIH, to look at long-term health studies. We are actively...
But there aren't any right now to look at, right? I mean,
the long-term health studies, no, I don't believe